Alright, what's going on, guys? So as you saw by the video, we're going to be doing an oil change on a Kawasaki FR600V engine. This is also in the Cub Cadet LTX 1042 kW. And so to do this job, you're going to need a drain bucket, you're going to need an 11mm socket, and you're also going to need your oil and filter. So also another thing, my drain bucket, kind of where you have to set it up, it doesn't really work well, so a little long reach funnel like this. I'm just gonna kind of like try to prop it up in here because they put the drain plug in a pretty bad spot on here, so it's gonna make a little bit of a mess otherwise. So basically I've kind of already got it sort of popped loose on here, but you're gonna want to fight with this wiring harness to get the funnel where you need it to be. But it's kind of right here should help to catch all your oil. And this guy is pretty darn loose. So you're also gonna want to clean out this area if it was dirty like this one was before. Oh, and there we go. So this is actually the way they set this up. I said it was in a bad spot before, but it's kind of set up like if you've ever changed out coolant on your radiator, you've got sort of a petcock. You could fully take it out to drain it that way, or you can put a piece of hose on here, which I've done right here. I didn't actually know if this was going to work, but basically I have a 1/2 inch inner diameter rubber hose, and basically you can just route it right here, because that way you can make much less of a mess. And actually I'm making a mess right now, so I gotta kind of put this drain bolt a little bit back inside. But yeah, so if you were about to do this without this rubber hose, you'd probably be in for quite the mess otherwise. So to make this drain faster, what you can probably do is just pop this open, and that'll help vent a little bit more air in there. And then the oil capacity on this is, I believe, 1.8 quarts or so. And then, as I said before, it's going to be a little tough to not make a mess, especially right here because we have our oil filter. But yeah, so basically just drain out the oil this way, 11mm socket on the drain bolt, and then some of this rubber hosing, 1/2 inch inner diameter, slip right over there, help you out big time. They sell this stuff you can find it at AutoZone, Advance Auto, any of those places will have it. But then here's our oil filter. Basically, I'm actually gonna grab gloves real quick because this will get pretty messy. Alright, so I'm back. I got a glove on, and so we're gonna loosen this filter. Alright, so it's gonna want to weep a bit. If you wanted to, and say you could get a smaller drain bucket here or something, you could do that, or you could maybe tap a hole in the bottom. That can help release some of the oil, but otherwise it's gonna kind of want to spill out like this. And so that's why having just a funnel like this can help catch a little bit of that oil. That way it doesn't get too messy in here. So we're just gonna keep this like there. And then once you do get it all the way off, kind of hold it up like that, and then it'll be a little bit cleaner for you. You can set your filter and the drain bucket. And then have some shop rags ready, because this can get a little messy like it is right now. So just clean up your mess, and whenever you take off an old oil filter, like a screw-on one like this, make sure that this gasket, or that there's no gasket material left over, and then clean it all out. And then we're actually gonna, we're done draining our oil out. We're gonna just tighten this bolt back in. And I don't know what the torque spec on this guy is, so feels like it's plastic, so just go snug like that, kind of like a, a radiator petcock. And now take your new oil filter right here. I got this in the Kawasaki tune-up kit. I'll link that below. I found it on Amazon. But before we go put a new one on, we're gonna lube up this gasket here, and then we're gonna go hand tight with it. You always want to go hand tight with it, because there's no need to over tighten it really, and that way next time you do it, or whoever else does it, it makes it a little easier for them to get off. And now the oil viscosity for this, it's going to be 10W40. Now if you order the kit, it'll include 2 quarts. As I said, the capacity for this is 1.8 quarts. So basically, before we put it on, as I said, dip your finger in the oil, and then take your oil filter, and then just kind of put a little ring around it, like so. And then you can pre-fill it a little bit. I'm not going to do too much, just because as soon as I tip it on its side, it's going to want to go kind of all over the place. But as I said, just hand tight on it. And it looks like this one has a little bit of like a textured surface, so screwing it on and off makes it a little bit easier. We'll just dry this off a bit, and then that feels good. And then just take your funnel. We can use this funnel because actually no, we're not going to do that because it got some yucky bits in there. So I'm going to go grab another clean funnel, and we'll pour it in here. The fill point is also your dipstick, so do keep that in mind. Alright, so here's our funnel. Here's our dipstick. So we'll set that there for now. And we'll take our fresh oil, and then we're gonna just pour it in slowly, of course. So I'll try not to block you guys' view. But first quart going in. And then if you see, I'm kind of pouring it with the bottle on its side. That's the way you're supposed to pour it with these types of bottles. It'll make sure the pour is smooth, easy, and don't over pour like I did because I just spilled a little bit. Alright. So 1 quart in. So again, just kind of pour it real slowly. Like so. And that's probably about half a quart. So we'll take the dipstick, and first, before you put it in, make sure you swipe it off. And so to read this dipstick, basically you're gonna have these sort of holes. If it's down here, it'll say to add, and anywhere above here is full. So you want to kind of get it just somewhere where these little dots are. And then when you actually insert it, make sure that you just kind of put it in. Don't bother screwing it down. To read this, you just kind of put it in, leave it for a minute, and then pull it out. And actually, if you look at that, we're still kind of full. We're still just a little bit over the full line, so we're not going to add any more. And that's how you change the oil on one of these. Very simple. That's it for this video. If you enjoyed it and it helped you out, feel free to give it a thumbs up. And if you like my other videos, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Other than that, I hope you enjoy the rest of the videos in the tune-up series, and have a good one, guys.